charitably, what do you think is going on in the mind of the person who thought until recently, and maybe still thinks, that the pandemic response is working, that we can hit COVID zero, that we can vaccinate our way out of this, that we can lock down our way out of this?
There's no signs that people are really adhering and understanding this narrative to be true. We just finished the first round of NFL playoffs. Football is a big deal in the United States. I went to one of the games. We had 100,000 people in the stadium in Texas, and I could tell you, I saw one or two people wearing masks. So I was thinking to myself, here we are in the largest outbreak. We have twice as much COVID than we've ever had before, and people are sitting shoulder to shoulder in a football game.
They're not worried.
And honestly, they could care less. So, and this is an indoor stadium. There's,
But
indoor.
that's not because they're all vaccinated and they feel immune
we have certainly our CDC says 146 million people like me have already had COVID. So maybe a lot of us just honestly don't feel like, we're at too much of a risk out there. We can get Omicron, but it's very brief, mild. I had it myself. Honestly, I think it was an hour or two of a mild fever. And on top of that, we've had 200 million people take the vaccines. So maybe people feel like, listen, they've done everything they can. I just think that those who take the vaccines are almost to a one disappointed when they get COVID. And the December 10th CDC report was right. They were telling us at that point in time, it was over 70% of Omicron cases are in the fully vaccinated. Germany had a report, it was over 90%. So, as all these vaccinated people get Omicron, I think there is a disappointment. I think they feel like they've been duped, that, they took the risk of these vaccines. They may not have understood how risky they were to begin with, but the whole goal was to not get COVID. And sure enough, they get COVID anyway. And so, these calls come in on my phone all day long. And then I can just tell by the interchange that they're kind of disappointed that they took the vaccine. They bought into the idea, and they obviously got COVID anyway. Like, what's the big deal?